Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this. It's another episode of Mark and Meg's Excellent Adventures, and we are here in Derbyshire today. It is a lovely summer's evening and I've decided to take a quick spin in young Meg here on the B5056, which is another of my favourite roads that isn't one of the big famous roads. This goes from Ashbourne, which is just behind us, to Bakewell, up in those there hills. It's a lovely little drive. It's one of those roads that's lovely, it's got windy rits and it's lovely and scenic. It's one of those roads though that is a pain in the arse if you get stuck behind a lorry. There's a quarry at the very top of the hill, which means there's a lot of trucks go down here, and if you get stuck behind them, oh, that is a pain. Now, hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing has come. I've been sat here for a couple of minutes. Nothing apart from that car you've just seen has come past. We'll give him a little bit of a head start. We haven't seen any trucks, though. Okay? Let's go on another adventure. The sun, literally, it's been... To get to Ashbourne, it's been really properly cloudy, but the sun has come out. I'm really pleased about that. Thank you so much for your feedback on the last episode. I know it was a little bit shorter. Some people preferred the first episode where I was showing you things and around that lake we went to, and then some people preferred how it was a bit shorter last time. So I don't know how long. It's another one of those roads where I don't actually know how long it's going to take us to get down this there road. But I think Bakewell's about 10 miles away maybe. So you're probably looking at about 15-20 minutes maybe, aren't you? So off we go again. It's lovely. This weather like this is why I bought this car. You know, I've had a long day today at work. Must have done at least 300 miles in the van. And all day I was thinking to myself, like, I just hope the weather's nice when I get home so I can go for a spin in Meg. But yeah, I think I've said it a couple of times on these vids that people must think I'm absolutely nuts because I genuinely like going for a drive after spending a whole day driving. It's just Meg's so different to the van, you know? Anyway, take a look on the screen. You'll see the latest addition to Meg. I've got the chrome dials I talked about. They've been put on, and the surround for the oil heater, the oil temperature, gauge, and the clock. Do you think though that we need some chrome surrounds for the chrome dials, or do you think they're enough as it is? Let us know what you think, because I did say I was going to make these vids like a little bit of a restoration diary, and little touches like that, you know, are nice, aren't they? Yeah, they're not the most thingy. Yeah, they don't make it go any faster, let's put it that way, do they? In through the forest, and then as we burst out of this forest we should start climbing up into the hills. And there's a lovely bit at the top in the hills where it's really windy and you can see what's coming, so if you are that way inclined you can apex the corners. And summertime in England, you can't go wrong, can you? Here's a one. If you're an American and you're watching this, let us know and tell me what you think, because I'm intrigued, because you hear stories about American highways that are just, you know, dead straight and boring, and do you see our little country roads and just think, wow, I'd love to give that a try. The other thing that's interesting about these vids so far is that I've had quite a few comments about people saying, you know, how much they'd like to get one of these, believe it or not. A load of people have said that they want an MG now, which is wonderful. You won't find me complaining. Get one. There's a place up in Peterborough called Trophy Cars that only sells MGFs and TFs. I'm going to be going there in a couple of days myself, believe it or not, to go and look at another one, if you can believe such a thing when you've got such a lovely car like Meg. But they've got a black one in there, an LE 500 one that's just so beautiful. It's got a red interior and it's gorgeous. You know, a little bit concerned just glancing up here. I'm trying to obviously keep my eyes on the road, but I'm a little concerned that it's a little bit too dark for recording tonight, but we'll press on. This bit of straight that you're about to come up to here, this is one of the few overtaking bits on this road. So imagine you've still got a truck all the way to here, you're like, right, for it, get past them as fast as you can. I love this road. I remember the very first time I drove down it was the weekend I passed my driving test, and I went to Chatsworth House up in the peaks, and for some reason I went this this way instead of going over the usual way to Buxton, and just oh god, I completely fell in love with the road straight away. I was just like, this is remarkable. So a nice big loop that I like to do is on this one up to Bakewell, and then heading up into the Pennines and doing the Snake Pass down into Glossop. That's a lovely little road that is. It is one that I plan to do one of these days. I just want to do, because I said on the last one, I've got all these roads that I want to do, and it's just finding the time, because the Snake Pass and the Woodhead Pass, for example, are both a good hour and a half, 2 hours drive away from where I live. So it's just finding the time to get over there, you know. I want to show you what I want to do with these videos is show more of the country. You know, this country has got so many incredible driving roads on it. Start to climb. Lovely stuff. So it's lovely and windy and tight corners, and it's great unless you meet a truck. If you meet a truck, it's not a fun road because you sat there for ages going, ugh. You know? Oh, there's some cyclists who aren't going in single file for reasons. Aha, so. Riding single file, isn't that the highway code? I'm going to say riding single file. Do you think we should have some music on? Do you think I should find some some reconcile tunes, or some, which of course my brother's hip hop group, or some Gracious dubstep or something like that? Like I say, we climb. We spend a lot of time climbing now. This is a lovely section of road. Oh, that makes the stomach lurch. Oh, fantastic. Still haven't got the big exhaust yet. It's a matter of weeks away. I'm keeping a very close eye of how many hours I do at work. And again, so it's like I said on the last one, excuse me, the last video, where we're doing all that winding around in the forest. You know, that climb will, you know, when we've got the new exhaust on, will be so nice. Can't wait. I know it's, like I said it before on these videos, it's one of the things I keep dreaming about. All these upgrades that I want to do to it, but that's the first one, the first big one. I mean, I'll have about 8 months when I get it, but can't wait. I'm so excited about that. If you're wondering what I'm on about, go and have just, when you finish watching this, type in TTV7 exhaust into MGTF TTV7 exhaust into YouTube and see what it comes up with. There's one particular video it's got before and after that's just, it's my go-to vid if I'm ever feeling stressed or anything. I said, yeah, go and watch that, and then it just makes me happy. So we're going to plunge down into this forest here, and on the right hand side as we come out of it, on the right hand side here, this is where that quarry is I was telling you about. So it's just here on the right, and then that's where all the lorries are going to. They'll come up this road. So that is, if you're ever driving this, if you ever want to drive the 5056, yeah, that's where you could have potential problems, because the lorries come a long way up, and like I said, there's only that unless you're feeling particularly brave, where, you know, that bit I was just doing the apexing and the weaving, if you're feeling particularly brave, so here's the other bit of the quarry here, you can overtake there, but I wouldn't recommend overtaking a lorry there. A car, maybe, but not a lorry. So, we'll come down to the 5012. I'm going to go across here. So that's part one of the road done. It's a halfway point, I like to call it. It's a bit of a pain because it's hard to see what's coming. The holly bush in there where there are no vacancies tonight. A lot of walkers stay there because there's a lot of walking around here. But obviously we are up in the Pennines, in the Peak District. When I've got, you know, the sports exhaust on, how good will an acceleration like that sound? It sounds alright at the moment, that's only because she's got a Fox exhaust. Does still sound a bit tankish, doesn't she? Part of the world though, this really is nice. Unfortunately, again, I mean, we've been so fortunate with this series so far, just not seeing any other cars. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm blinded by the sunlight. Blinded by the light. Jesus, if it's blinding me, I can't imagine what it's like for you guys. There's another cyclist, brave soul, battling up the hill. I like to be powered by an engine personally. 7:25 on an August evening, cruising around in a sports car in England. Weather's nice, a bit cloudy, but you know, it's not cold. Can't really go wrong, can you? The thing is, what's crazy though, is this road is even better in the winter. And I'll tell you for why. It's sections like we're about to do now, because there's no leaves on the trees. So there's a couple of blind corners coming up now as we go. We're going to go down this hill, and they're not blind in the winter because you can see what's coming around the corner. And you can, like this is the corner at the bottom of this hill here. In the winter, where there's no leaves on the hedges, you can see what's coming around the corner. It's so nice. You can't see anything at all though, I'm sure, because you're being blinded by the sun. This hairpin corner here, you can see anything that's coming. Whereas in the summer, like just then, you've got to be a little bit more cautious with it. But you can't. Almost done. So when I said the halfway point, I was talking bollocks, wasn't I? The other thing I should probably say is about this road is, I don't know if you've noticed, because I sure haven't said it or drawn attention to it. It's actually 50 miles an hour the whole way along it. But it's just like the cab and fiddle, like when I said on the pilot bit, it's hard to do anything more than that because it's so windy. Will struggle to go faster than 50 miles an hour, trust me on that one. And blinded again. The perils of evening driving. The sun is low in the sky, which means you get blinded from time to time. Ah well, it's one of those things, isn't it? No one minds, we don't mind. No one minds. I hope you guys are enjoying these vids. Getting a lot of satisfaction out of making them, I know that much. said when I did the first couple, yeah, I'm doing these for my own satisfaction. Little records of where I've been in Meg, like a little restoration thing of Meg. Oh, easy go. Not too fast. Imagine living there. They've got a lovely little balcony, got a great big tree house up in the hill. Amazing. Genuinely incredible. Don't need the shades when you're in the forest. You can see fine. I'd love it if we were doing one of these drives and we came up behind another TF or an F. That'd be brilliant. That made me so chuffed. But fortunately, this is what I was saying before, we've been really fortunate once again, not a single car. Yeah, you saw when we did the last one, when we got up into the forest, we got behind a car, we pulled off straight away, and then the car that was in front of me just did one off into the distance. Very gradually going downhill as well. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, will do us there. There's one tiny little bit left of this. We turn right here, and this little bit of road is going to take us onto the A6. Which goes between Buxton and Matlock, and we'll be turning left at the end and heading up towards Bakewell. Hopefully still be somewhere where we can get a Bakewell tart, because they are feckin' wonderful, aren't they? If you don't know what a Bakewell tart is, you are severely missing out. To my American friends, they are genuinely wonderful. Well then, oh, somebody just dropped onto the fucking windscreen. That made me jump a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I really hope you've enjoyed this little bit of pootling around the countryside. Maybe we'll do somewhere a bit more famous next time. But, until then, I of course have been Mark. This little lady underneath me has been beautiful Meg. This has been the B5056. Ashbourne to Bakewell. Thank you so much for watching if you have. Feedback will genuinely mean a lot. Take it easy, stay safe, and of course, take it easy. Bye bye guys. Place to end, isn't it? Into the sunshine.